start of a new day. So today is going to be more of just a painting day. Everything today is primer, but eventually, probably tomorrow, we'll be going with the black paint, black foam paint, gloss black, and that'll go on everything that's getting lined up on the paint rack today. But first we got to go over to the paint rack and we got to hang stuff on it, so that's always fun. All of our painting supplies in here, so we'll head on back to the paint rack. Today we'll probably have a little bit more extra time. I'm going to go ahead and clean out this truck. That actually needs to happen today. I said I was going to do that yesterday, but never got to it. I built the crane extension, then I'll show you that it's fucking badass. It's right behind me. Well, some idiot put this on the ground and let the dew get on it. So it needs an acetone bath anyway, but it'd be nice if it was already dry. So probably gonna have to let that sunbake for a while before we put it on the paint rack, just to get it nice and dry before we acetone bath it. But meanwhile, I'll show you my my crane extension that I made yesterday. There it is. It's still in the working. Obviously this is another thing that we're painting today, just to make it look nice and blend in a little bit better. But that thing goes way up there. This extension was really nice for unloading the steel. Speaking of which, I need to get this pallet out. And all this steel right here, this is 1/4 inch diamond plate. This is all for a basically rebuilding the rear end of a trailer. It's a 35 foot Big Tex gooseneck, and I got to resheet the back, so that's what those are for. Then I got a couple of these to stiffen up the over where the wheels are. So yeah, here's our primer. Here's what we're working with today. We got a primer. We probably won't get the paint today, but if we do, I brought it with me. Got paint thinners and acetone and all that good stuff for cleaning up the guns. I hope this one works. This is my most used one. It seems like I have issues with it every time. This one I've probably only used once for stain. There's something stupid like that. And I already lost the lid to it. So we got a bag and a rubber band. So. Now that looks a lot better. It's nice and dry now. We are ready for priming. Well, I'm not a paint expert, but I got this far and then the gun clogged. So I think I'm just gonna go get some spray paint. That's how I do all my other projects. I spray paint them unless I get something big. I wanted to try getting back and getting good with the cup guns, but I need to do more research before I use them things. We're just gonna go to Menards real quick and get some spray paint. We're just gonna brush it on. No point in buying spray paint if I already got all the colors that I need. We're just gonna brush it on. It needs to be on thick anyway. It's a handrail, so that's that. I got a buddy coming. He's gonna pick up my engine hoist because he needs to borrow it. So we need to get this thing fired up and boomed over, and we'll get the engine crane out here so we can lift it up in his truck. Alright, just got done eating lunch. I got the railing job primed right now. It's waiting to dry, and so is my crane extension. It's also primed, waiting to dry for paint. In the meanwhile, I got approval. I just checked my email and I got approval to start this project from the church. They like the quote, they like the numbers, awesome. So we can start on this now. I drug a piece of 20-foot stick in here that I'm going to use. I didn't even have to order that. I already had that in stock from another job. It's the same dimensions as those pieces right there, which obviously I'm not even going to mess with trying to just cut them here and make it seamless. I'm going to take that whole thing out right there because that's going to be holding this whole gate up, and there's only 3 of them. And I'm not repairing something that's going to have my name on it and for it just to fail again. So it's going to be done right. Then over here, this tubing will go inside of there, and then I'll make little feet for it. We'll get holes drilled, and I'll buy tap cons, and after I get the tap cons, I already got a hammer drill, and I need to get the bit. Then we can go install it. We can use my new crane extension to put it up on there. I hope to bring you guys along on the job. Hopefully, if there's not a lot of people there, we'll see. But yeah, next week will be all mobile. Alright, that's enough talk. I'm going to get set up and start hammering this stuff out. So far with the railing project, I just got done cutting all those out. I've already took a flat disc to the ones on this side so I can get my new pieces of metal in there and weld them in. So I dug this piece of 1/4 inch out of the trailer. It's 5 inches wide. So I'm thinking if I go 5 by 5 squares, I make 3 of them, pre-drill the holes, make me a nice little countersink where all the drills are, where the holes are. So I've got these pieces cut. Those will be for the feet. This will be what bolts to the concrete. I'm going to use tap cons, probably 2-inch ones. I'm going to cut these corners off just to make it safer so nobody stubs their toe on it, and I think it looks a lot cleaner when you don't have sharp edges like something that sits on the ground. It looks a lot cleaner if you got cornered edges. So it's a safer aspect to it, and it's also it looks nicer. So here's where I'm at right now with these, getting ready to take them over to the drill press and drill some holes in them. I drilled another hole in the middle because I almost completely forgot before I welded these that those need a hole right where that's going to go. That way moisture can go out. We don't want a repeat of what happened. Whatever happened, my guess is also too, looking at those, that could have been the years of salt. I mean, for how long this thing's been there, and a metal railing, usually on walkways and stairways, go out right there because of the water, the salt, and everything year round is just washing it off. So that's kind of my guess. That and the water expansion inside, the condensation expansion inside the tubing as well, because it was not open at the bottom. The brackets were closed at the bottom. So we're going to prevent that scenario. And so yeah, we are ready for welding. I already cleaned them up with acetone. Of course, you know, being on the drill press, they were soaked in oil. So got them all nice and clean and fresh, ready to weld. So I got all 3 of them tacked in now. I'm starting to fully weld them in. Got this side fully welded in. I need to flip it over. But here's the idea. Just like that. Perfect. That's that job. It's ready for paint now. I gotta wait on my crane boom extender. I'm gonna start calling that the stretch. I need to get some orange paint stretch on there. So I can be like, hey, help her, get the stretch. Yeah. Anyway, she's finished. She's ready for paint. Definitely learn art gouging torches are not for accurate cuts. I knew they weren't in the first place, but I had to try it, and it cost me a little bit more time for cleanup. But you live and you learn. So it's time to clean up. Call it a day.